Hi Pisces, Pisces placements. Welcome to Pisces Tarot and Advice, and welcome to your daily reading. Hope you're doing well. So we're going to have a look and see what's going on for you at the time you find this video. Keep in mind we could talk about past, present, or future energies and events. Take what resonates as it resonates for you. If nothing makes sense, it may be that it's not your reading. These are general at the end of the day. Or it could be that we're talking about things that haven't happened yet, and that's why you don't have that reference. So just keep an open mind. And feel free to check out the channel. If any other reading stands out to you, you could have messages there. All right? Okay, so let's see what's going on for Pisces. Pisces placements at the time they find this video. What do they need to know? Okay, wish upon a star. Ask and you shall receive. Ooh. And the Queen of Cups. The star with the Queen of Cups. Ask and you shall receive. Some sort of wish come true is happening. Something you've been praying for, wishing for, manifesting, and waiting for. Okay? All right. It's big. Whatever it is with the star card, it's big. And for some of you, it has to do with healing. That could be your health, but it could also be healing in terms of forgiveness, making peace. It could be you with yourself, you with the situation. It could also be between you and another person, whoever they may be. All right. Let's see what's going on for Pisces placements at the time they find this reading. Or this reading finds them. What do they need to know? Okay. Check out the special details are in the description box and on the community tab. Still, celebrating the 50,000 subscriber milestone, and I want to give back. So there's a couple of different options for you in terms of private readings at special prices. So go ahead and have a look. Right. Okay, so this is the Haunted House Tarot deck. Okay, bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. Okay, I feel like that's a double message, though, because I could have showed you that side, but I showed you that side. Okay, so there's definitely some sort of fresh start that's happening today, Pisces. Some sort of, clear slate, either a huge burden off of your shoulders or some sort of new beginning, something new you can just dive into, whether that's a new job, a new relationship, a new home, a new idea, a new opportunity. Okay. It does involve some level of you taking a chance and taking a leap of faith. You always hear that with the Fool. But what that means is you're not being foolish. It just means listening to your intuition. Okay. Where if you were to look at the situation rationally, it might not make a lot of sense. Or if you were to explain it to people, like, why are you thinking of doing this? The things you're saying might not make sense to them. But to you, it's the thing that in your heart, it feels right. In your heart, it feels like that's the right thing to do. You might have even been probably getting signs, confirmations, messages that is the right decision for you. And it just involves you going, okay, I see the messages. I see what's going on. I feel like this is what I need to be doing. I'm going to trust that and just take a chance and see what happens, right? All right. Current situation, we have the Eight of Swords. So you being in your head a lot, thinking, overthinking, analysis paralysis as well. So for some of you, this is a situation where you've thought about it, you've done your research, okay? You've done the practical thing, the rational thing, the realistic analysis, and good for you. But you might be stuck in that loop of, but let me just double check, or let me just ask for another confirmation before taking action. In the challenge, we have the Knight of Pentacles. And with the Knight of Pentacles in the challenge, speed could be a factor. So I don't know if this is a situation where either you or whoever you're dealing with is kind of dragging their feet. Okay, Eight of Swords with the Knight of Pentacles can be a bit of procrastination. The challenge could also be, you know what? If you're not sure, just make a plan. If you're not sure, put it down on paper. Do your pros and cons. Add the numbers. Do the math. That might be a bit of a challenge as well. So on your conscious mind, the things you see and hear and experience, we have the Tower. And the Tower above the Eight of Swords talks about epiphany. It talks about breakthrough. It talks about, I see it. I figured it out. And it's also, there's an element here of, I can't believe it was in front of me the whole time, or I can't believe it was right here the whole time, or I can't believe it's this that's the best thing. I don't know. There's something along those lines. In the foundation, what it's all about, we have the Page of Wands. And this is a new idea, new inspiration, a new person, a new job, a new opportunity. Something very different, something very exciting. Could also be a level of a bit of unexpected or a bit unusual. In the recent past, we have the Six of Pentacles. And again, we see this energy of ask and receive. I feel like you've been asking for signs and asking for guidance, asking for, answers. And you've been getting them, to be honest, based on these cards, okay? You've been getting them, Pisces. And then the challenge becomes, okay, what are you doing with them? How are you applying the information you're getting? How are you applying the answers you're getting? What kind of action are you taking? Knights are action, and that's the challenge. In the outcome, beautiful. We have the Two of Cups. And this is stepping towards something, meeting something in the middle, meeting someone in the middle, okay? It's not a case of someone else coming in and making the decision for you. It's also not a case of you have to be the one to go and make everything happen. There's something offered to you. There's a hand extended to you, an invitation, okay? But you also have to meet that hand in the middle. You have to put out your hand to meet that hand, right? That's the energy here. But I do see this beautiful coming together, this beautiful partnership that is going to be formed between you and another person, you and a company, you and another opportunity. Okay? I do get a sense of don't sleep on it. And again, Pisces, this is for those of you where you've done your research. Okay, you're not being foolish. You're not being dumb about this. You've done your research. You've dug into this. You've asked all the right questions. You got some answers. Okay, you're being practical. You're being realistic. You're trying to analyze everything. And you've gotten in that loop of analysis paralysis. Okay, and this is telling you, listen, that chapter is done and well done. You got all the information. Now it's time for action. Now it's like, what are you going to do with that information? Okay. So on a day-to-day, what this looks like is I feel like someone could be asking you out. And this is where, for some time, you might have had weird dreams, you could call them, or unusual dreams. Maybe about the same person. This is someone that you don't know in real life, and maybe that's the person you end up meeting in real life if you put yourself out there, if you choose to pursue this, if you choose to put yourself out and try to meet people. This could be some sort of opportunity to join a company, to take part in some sort of project or collaboration that was extended to you, that was offered to you. This could be someone talking to you about moving in together. It could be a roommate, it could be a friend, family member, it could be a partner, co-worker, it could be anyone. And you've added the numbers, you've done the math, you've done, and it's like, okay, so what's your decision? What's your decision? And that's my point. It's like you've done all the research. You've done all the practical approach. You've done all the rational analysis. And now what is missing is you taking action with the Fool. Okay, so let's see. Let's get more clarity for you, Pisces. Current situation with the Eight of Swords. The Sun. Listen to me. The Sun, the Tower. This is telling you what you're looking at is what you think it is. This is confirmation. That's what the Sun is telling you. You're not making it up. You're not being delusional. You're not missing anything. Okay, there's nothing getting past you. You're not overlooking anything. What you're looking at, what you're thinking, the conclusions that you're coming to, this breakthrough that you've had is real. It's solid. It's the truth. It's the facts. And the challenge with the Knight of Pentacles, strength. Oh my. Leo energy. It takes strength and courage to take that first step. But it gets easier after that. And it's time to ask yourself some tough questions. Respectively, what is it that's holding me back? if I've done all the numbers and I've done all the math and I've done all the rational thinking and analysis and it adds up, what is holding me back? You know? On the mind with the Tower, Ace of Swords. I'm telling you, you have the Sun, you have the Tower. This is truth and clarity, and this is confirmation that what you're thinking, it's in your what you're thinking position, and what you're thinking is correct. Yes, this is what you think it is. Yes, this is going to work out. Yes, you can trust the numbers. Yes, you can trust this opportunity. Yes, you can trust the signs that you've been getting in your dreams and your gut feelings. Wow. Page of Wands and the Foundation with the Magician. This is something that you've manifested. This is something that you've prepared for, that you've researched, that you've applied for, that you've created, that you've built, put together portfolios and files and folders and wrote down and watched videos and listened to people and took classes and courses. This is what you've been preparing for. Wow. Recent past with the Six of Pentacles, Four of Swords. This is again contemplation, not taking action, thinking, not doing. And again with the Four of Swords, there's an element here of your dreams have been different lately. Okay? When it comes to especially when it comes to this sector of your life or this situation, you've been having either very vivid dreams, very different dreams, very unusual dreams. It could be pointing you in this direction. It could be showing you what could happen if you follow this path, but it could also be your fears manifesting in your dreams. So if you've been having nightmares, look at those nightmares, as uncomfortable as it is, because it's telling you what it is that you're afraid of and what it is that's holding you back from something that it is what it looks like. You can trust it. Okay? Two of Cups in the outcome. We have the Six of Cups. Wow. This is a soulmate bond here, and soulmates are not just romantic, not in my experience and how I read. Five of Cups. Okay. Now, you trust yourself and you do what you think is best. Remember, you're in the full chair, yeah? You decide what is best for you. And you follow that gut. But when I do see the Two of Cups with the Five of Cups and the Six of Cups, this can talk about reconciliation. And that doesn't just mean getting back together with someone. It just means readdressing something, rediscussing something, and coming to some sort of joint conclusion, coming some sort of agreement. This could be apologies exchanged. It could be forgiveness exchanged. My. And the Ace of Cups. Now listen, people, let me just be clear, because a lot of people hear a lot of different, the Lovers. Okay. A lot of people hear a lot of different things in my readings. And the Knight of Swords. I'm getting a number of different scenarios here. Under the Fool, the Page of Swords, this is the Knight of Swords. Under the Fool, we have the Knight of Swords, the Three of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, King of Wands, Queen of Swords, Five of Wands, Three of Pentacles, and Justice. Okay? Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Cups. All right. So this is what it is. Okay? There's a number of different scenarios here. Now, just disclaimer, okay? Before you freak out, for those of you that would. I would never tell you to do anything. It's your free will. If you've been with me for any amount of time, you know I'm a big advocate of it's your decision. Okay? Don't listen to anybody else, including me. Sure as hell don't listen to a stranger on YouTube telling you how to live your life, including me. Okay? Just to be clear. I would never tell you to put you in a situation that is damaging to you, hurtful to you. I would never tell you to even risk it. Okay? So just to get that out the way, I would never tell you if that crazy ex is reaching out to you, oh yeah, you can believe what they're saying. God, no. Remember, it's your decision. The Fool with the Magician. Trust your instinct and trust your experience. Okay? Just to be clear. Now, I'm talking to those of you where this is a friend you've had a falling out with. This is someone you had a spat with over money. Either you lent them money and it led to arguments when they weren't paying you back on time, or vice versa. This could be an opportunity that passed you by, or an opportunity that you walked away from in the past and it was always a regret for you. This is something that could be coming back around, a second chance for you. Now, for others of you, you may be dealing with a romantic situation here. This could be a new person, and they're finding you, or you're finding them at a time when you're still healing from something from the past, or you might be still kind of stuck on someone from the past, whether it's, hoping to hear from them, or still wondering about them, or you just hate their guts, but that just means you're still attached to them energetically. Do you see what I'm saying? So it could be a new person coming at apparently the wrong time. And that takes that level of chance for you to go, you know what, I'm going to let the past go. I've learned from it. I've grown from it. I know what the pattern is now. I broke the pattern. I know why I kept attracting the same person. I'm ready for something different. This could be your something different that lasts, okay? If approached slowly, carefully, you take your time with it. It can be for some of you that you're here from an ex, but it's almost like they contact you, and in them contacting you and you seeing them saying the same thing, you seeing them doing the same thing, you're having the epiphany, Tower, Ace of Swords, okay? Oh my God, I don't feel anything for this person anymore. Or you see them for exactly who they are. Oh my God, how did I not see this before? I must have really been in love with this person. But you're realizing that, you know what, you're not in love anymore. That is deeply healing and transformational for you. And you can wish them well and tell them where to go with the Page of Swords. Tell them whatever you want to tell them. And move on. And that is going to transform your life for the better. That is your clean start. Fresh start. Clear slate. Because the next relationship you get into is going to be your happily ever after. Okay? I'm also seeing a situation where, whether it's a friend, lover, close person in your life, someone you trust, okay? And you've been getting signs or actual proof or actual texts, people telling you, everybody saying the same thing, I don't know, that this person should not be trusted, okay? And everything adds up, everything makes sense, everything checks out, and yet you're not either confronting this person or releasing yourself from this person or breaking up with them, or you stop contacting them, stop being friends with them, stop trusting them, okay, letting them go. And so this is that reality check of, what are you waiting for, Pisces? What more proof do you want? It's time to take action on what you've seen. Page of Swords with the Magician is something you've seen on a screen, most likely, or in person. It's like, what else do you need to see to open your eyes to what you need to do when it comes to this person? And this is someone that you've given chances to before, or this is someone that usually is a little bit suspect, a little bit sus. I don't say that, so maybe that's what you say, or that's how other people describe this person. Where they always kind of explain things away, and you're like, okay, that's plausible, but yet it doesn't quite explain everything, but I suppose it makes sense, okay? And today's the day when you need to, well, you do what you will, but the message here is, what else do you need to see? What else are you waiting for? What else are you waiting for this person to do to you to see what you need to see and do what you need to do? Okay? So, a bit of a reality check is coming in. Now, like I say, for some of you, you are looking at something that you have been manifesting, hoping for, wishing for, praying for, and it is not too good to be true, especially if this is something new, okay? I will say that. If this is something new, that's how you'll know. For others of you, there can be a reconnect. You can make peace. You can put the past behind you and start something over. It just depends what the situation is. It could be with a friend or a family member, right? If it's someone that you were with or dated and then you broke up and now they're coming back, or they're coming back around, you don't have a lot of history together. It's something that either you went on a couple of dates and didn't really go anywhere, or they went cold on you for whatever reason, but it's not, you don't have a lot of history with this person, is what I want to say, okay? That is a situation where you could give this another chance, provided everything is clarified and the truth is revealed. if that's something you wanted to do. For others of you, this is about putting yourself out there, okay? Whether it's about your love life, whether it's about your career path, starting that business because you've been getting all those signs, making that move could be literal because you've been getting all those signs, okay? And for some, like I say, it's a situation where it's like, what else do you need to see? What else does this person need to do for you to see them for exactly who they are? Because they're showing you who they are and you're not paying attention. And who they are is detrimental to you. Okay? Okay. So, you've got some big decisions to make here. I feel like the decision's already been made, to be very honest with you. More specifically, you need to act on a realization you're having, act on a decision you're making, act on some sort of truth, some sort of epiphany that you're having, okay? And there's also, remember, there's also that scenario where someone contacts you and you're realizing that you're just over it. And maybe you didn't know you were over it, you know? Sometimes it takes bumping into someone or hearing from them or hearing something about them to realize, you know what, I actually don't care. That's new. That's interesting. You know? Very freeing with the Sun card, though. And remember, if that's the case, whatever new situation you step into after that could be the one that's long-term, long-lasting, whether it's your love life, whether it's your career, whatever it is, living arrangement, living space, whatever it is, okay? So it's time to take action, Pisces. It's time to trust your gut. It's time to trust your evidence. It's time to trust your experience, trust the signs, and take the action that you're guided to take. Very important message, okay? Now, going into day-to-day energies and events that you could be seeing play out. You could be making peace with someone that you had a falling out with over money, okay? Money or property. That is being cleared, that is being resolved, or there's some sort of apology that they're extending to you. I don't know if they owed you money, they never paid you back, and you had to be firm with them, and that led to an argument. They paid you back eventually, but then they stopped speaking to you. I feel like that person is coming back and apologizing with this energy, okay? For others of you, you could be starting to date someone with children. Either they have children or you have children or both, and you're talking about blended families and you're talking about where things could go, what the future could look like. There's a lot of conversation, but it's very positive. It's very hopeful. For others of you here, there could be some sort of wedding you're attending or some sort of ceremony. Okay, I feel like children are involved with this. There could be a new phone for some of you or a new laptop. For others of you, there's something cut, so I don't know if the power gets cut. I don't know if there's a cord that gets cut, and that's how the power goes out. Or be mindful about driving over sharp things. Be mindful of potholes that you don't see. Either the sun's in your eye. Okay, so just wear your sunglasses, put the visor down. I don't know, take precautions. There's something here where the sun's in your eye, you don't see something, and something snaps, cuts, punctures, that sort of thing, okay? For some of you, you could be getting a new pet at this time, or you're fostering for some. That could be pets, that could be children. Maybe that's the big decision that you've been guided to make, and the steps you've been guided to take. For some of you, it's going into teaching. It's going, for others of you, it's starting your own business at this time, and you're taking the first step to do that, or you're taking the final step in some sort of process, and it's making something official. For some of you here, there's also a big ruling or a big decision coming in to do with a move or a big job change. There could also be news of restructure. Could be in the community, could be, new neighbors, could also be within a company that you work with or for. Okay, there's news of a restructure. Something that has been confidential is now going to be made public. So I don't know if someone's been keeping secrets, or it's a case of moves made in silence at the higher levels, and now they're cascading it down and letting people know what's up. There could be an approval coming in, especially in terms of loans, mortgages, business loans as well. I'm seeing either a first date for some of you, or I get like a second first date. So for some of you, you're definitely either re-sparking the passion within an existing relationship, especially if there's been distance, emotional, communication-wise, or actual distance. Someone could be traveling home that you haven't seen for some time. Okay? Someone could be moving in with you. And that's the new level and the new passion and the new spark within a relationship where that applies. For some of you, um, there's something going on where you're either working from home and maybe you're not planning to, but that's how it ends up happening. There's something where you're working from home unexpectedly, or there's something to do with locks breaking. So I don't know if it's on a car or on a house or property, and it's like I can't leave. I have to wait for the locksmith, so I have to work from home, or something along those lines could be what's going on here. Um, for some of you, I feel like you could be either taking someone to the doctor or taking a pet to the vet, either for a checkup or booster shots or some sort of procedure. For others of you, you're taking someone home after some sort of procedure or seeing someone for the first time since they've had some sort of procedure, and it could be some sort of cosmetic surgery, okay, where that applies. For others of you, it's other kinds of procedures, but I'm seeing cosmetic surgery as well. I hear runaway bride, so I don't know if that's something you hear. Someone tells you about a runaway bride, or I don't know how that resonates. You're going to have to let me know. Okay. You could be buying a new bed for some of you, or a new mattress, or new pillows, new bedding. There's something around making your bed more comfortable, or getting a bigger bed, or downsizing, however that resonates. There's something around that. You could be going to a fair, carnival, something like that as well, or making plans too. Okay. There's also some sort of display presentation, online class course, watching something and then you practice it, or you could be giving some sort of speech presentation. You could have some sort of interview. There's definitely some sort of secret that is revealed to you, or some sort of truth that is coming to you. I do feel like this is something you already knew about, but you were hoping it wasn't the case. However that resonates. But you do get to a point where it's like, you know what, it's better to know, and I can deal with it now. I can do what I need to do. There could also be some sort of reunion between you and family members, or even a partner. Like I say, someone's been at a distance. Someone's been visiting the family home. Someone went back to visit someone, and now they're returning. I also feel like a choice is made here where you have a choice between two people and you're making your decision. So you're saying yes to someone and you're saying no to someone else. Okay, might be breaking someone's heart here. And if you're in a situation where it's between you and someone else, and they don't choose you, whether it's to date, job, any sort of opportunity, they don't choose you, that's a blessing in disguise. I know it will seem horrible, and I know it will be painful and disappointing to say the least, but it is a blessing in disguise. You're being saved from something, you're being protected from something, and you'll understand further down the line, okay? So Pisces, that's what I'm seeing for you at this time. Let me know how the messages resonate. If they do, keep me posted. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.